What is going on, guys? So today I'm just gonna do basically an overview of how I do the Lego trucks that I've got, in terms of how I paint them, the steps I go through, whatnot, and kind of the tools slash items I use. So to start off, normally you don't need a screwdriver, but in this case I do need one because I'm using Rust-Oleum paint as like the base coat. Gloss Regal Red. And that is what I'm using for the base of the truck and the dump bed as well. Right now the truck body itself is basically almost done. I gotta paint the inside and then do some finishing touches, maybe scuff it up a little bit. I gotta add some rust, but other than that, paint wise, that's what it's gonna look like. Now wheels, there's a lot of different ways you can do wheels and whatnot. This is going to be the which one is it? It's going to be the one axle that goes here, and then this one goes here, and then obviously this one is the front one. So I go through and I make sure that the wheels and tires are accurate to the truck. This one, guys, is an 84 Autocar. No, I did not build that on accident. It's supposed to be like that. But this is the steps I go through. There's a lot of hot gluing, painting, kind of. You paint it or you glue it. What I usually do is I'll get the intake, the cold air intake put on, make the fenders, and kind of do the base paint, and then I'll let it sit. I'll go do something else. Hour, 2 hours later, I'll come back to this, mess with it a little bit more. Like, for example, this dump bed here, it's taking a long time to paint because the paint kind of goes on thin-ish. If you guys can see some of that there, like on here. So I'm having to go through and repaint and do more than one coat. But the process is going good. Like, for example, this truck was a plow truck, so I had to custom make a front plow hitch for it. So I have to glue this on here. After I glue the front grill piece on, I have to custom, I gotta fab up a stack. I gotta finish painting the one hydraulic box here. I gotta finish paint the passenger side box, and I have to, there's somewhere, here they are. I gotta paint these up. These are the fuel tank for the left side. I gotta make mirrors. I gotta do the cab lights and whatnot, and then I gotta make mud flaps for the rear end and the front of the rear end as well. And then I also gotta stir up some paint to do the frame, because the frame is not going to be black, guys. This is going to be a tanned, kind of a dusty dirt frame, excuse me. Because this truck was a dump truck, so the frame is actually pretty dirty on this truck in real life. So I have to go through and I got to paint this whole frame like a light brown. I'm going to probably mix this antique gold with the whatever brown this is, nutmeg brown. I'm probably going to mix the two. This nutmeg brown, guys, it actually does work very good for doing rust, as you guys can see right there. I still have to do base coats and all them, and I gotta actually do a lot more paint. But I'm using the Rust-Oleum as a base, and then I'm using this red here, and this is just Brilliant Red paint. I believe it's an acrylic paint. I'm not 100% sure. That's what I use because it's actually a flat finish. You guys can probably hear that. That's what I'm going to use when I finish up. That way it gets rid of, you guys can probably see the shininess in the camera. That's what gets rid of the shininess after I paint. But yeah, other than that, guys, I think that's it. I do have some other pieces in here, if I can find them, hopefully. I don't know where they be. Where did you go? Let me pause you guys, and I will, I'll find the piece. Alrighty guys, so I did find those pieces actually. It took me a little bit, but this is the chain that's going on the tailgate of the dump bed. And then these 4 pieces, these 2 clear ones and the 2 red ones, these like half triangle looking type pieces, they actually have to go on the dump bed. Basically, it's kind of hard to do with one hand, but they have to go like that on the 4 corners, and then the other ones will actually face downwards like this, and then the chain will I'll figure out how the chain goes. I think it goes like that, kind of. So yeah guys, that is the setup I've got. I just use a piece of cardboard from, you know, like an Amazon box or whatever, to make the there we go, to make the to mix the paint. That's what I'm trying to say. And then, you know, these pieces here are going to be, like I said, they're going to go right here, and then about right there-ish. But there is actually, guys, a lot of gluing involved. That went right over there. So gluing and painting, like I said, so you have to go through and you really have to just basically paint, let it sit and dry, wait, paint again, let it sit and dry, and just repeat the process over and over again. But guys, I'm going to wrap up the video. I'm done rambling. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys got a little insight and I guess little helpful tips for you guys. I do recommend hot water for your brushes. That's what I'm using. I'm using pure hot water. And yeah, so guys, like I said, like, subscribe, comment down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. LegoMan213 out.